What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 55 of the GGrated Podcast. I'm here with my good buddy G-Ray, and my name is Gino. Thank you for stopping in for another great week. We got a lot of great things coming along. Great, tell them what we got, man.
on the GGrated Podcast. Thank you.
Hello, welcome to GGrated. We hope you enjoy the show. Now here are the hosts.
Thank you very much.
I'm sitting over here straight from the beginning, like when the intro's playing, the GGrated intro, I'm just like putting my hands up like, what was that? What was that? That's funny though. That was great. Man. That was great. People going thinking they got the Japanese version.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of anime, so
anybody that's going to their closed captioning down below, it's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong. It's not Japanese, trust me.
It's not Japanese.
Tell them what we got today, man.
So, yeah, dude, we're going to be talking about Delta Force, not to be confused with the 80s movie Mega Force, which is hot cheese. Look up some scenes from that one day. It is hilarious. But no, this is the new Delta Force video game. There's basically a Battlefield type mode and kind of an Escape from Tarkov type mode. And I got to say that Escape from Tarkov type mode is chef's kiss. I'm really enjoying it.
It's so good.
All of us are. We're going to be talking about that as our main topic. Other than that, we're going to go through our main gaming moment of the week, which we tell our favorite gaming moment, kind of lay that down for everybody from this past week. Don't forget to send in your gaming moments of the week. You can reach out on here on YouTube, on Facebook. You can send us an email at GGratedChannel@gmail.com with your favorite gaming moment of the week. After we do it, you'll kind of see what the drift is. And we also got some gaming news and deals. So we're going to go over all that today and more on the GGrated Podcast. So stay tuned, everybody.
Stay tuned. Real quick, before we go into the gaming moment of the week, your week's been pretty good or what?
Man, I don't even remember this week, to be honest with you. It's been a blur.
It's been that bad.
Yeah, dude, today, like, I kind of woke up dizzy, I guess just tired or whatever. So
yeah,
I've just been laying around all day. Yeah, just been laying around all day.
You just nonchalantly say, I was just dizzy all day. You know?
Dizzy. Yeah.
Well,
one of them days.
Well, hopefully it gets a better week next week, but I understand kind of how you probably feel, and I have those weeks sometimes. I'm sure everybody else has as well. I just drove like 13 hours this weekend because we went up to Huntsville, and I do have to give a shout out to my oldest daughter, my only daughter, but Addie. She went up to Huntsville with her team, her cheer team, and dude, they dominated. They got first place in regionals.
Come on, that's awesome.
Out of 7 teams, man, first place. So I was like, dude, I was
wow.
We were so.
This is like a cheer thing, a cheer competition.
Cheer competition, man.
Wow.
Like like on Bring It On.
Yeah,
I mean, seriously.
exactly.
I mean, it's kind of crazy. You kind of
Spirit fingers.
It's literally like Bring It On, like how they do the competition. It's like
that's actually a pretty good movie, and I could totally watch that. It looks awesome.
So it's actually really interesting, these competitions. But not to go crazy into it, I do want to give a huge congratulations. I'm super proud of her. She did amazing, and all the girls did. The coaches, the girls, everything. The parents. The coaches said the parents were the loudest they ever heard all of us scream. So
wow.
We were super proud of it. Proud of the girls. Had a great time. Got to see Blaze. Got to see Brandy a little bit. We gave you a call, messing with you a little bit at night.
Yeah.
But all around, it was a pretty good weekend. Except for I am tired with a 13-hour drive. So other than that, That's it, man.
That's great, dude. Well, I'm glad you had a good time.
Appreciate it. Let's go into the gaming moment of the week. What you say? What
gaming moment of the week? I say let's go. Gaming moment of the week.
Go with it, man. What you got?
So my gaming moment of the week is, we were mentioning Delta Force earlier. So we were dropped into a zone. If you haven't played games like Escape from Tarkov or DMZ off of Call of Duty, It's basically you drop into a map and you have different missions to do, and you only have a limited amount of equipment. And basically, whatever you find on the map and you escape, you get to keep. So you have to try to extract from the map every go around. If you die or you like happen to not exfil in time, then you lose all your stuff that you had equipped, other than some small amount of items that are inside of a box. Anyways, we're going to go into that more detail when we talk about it. I don't know why I went into all that. Anyways, there was a certain time where we went to this one destination to complete a mission. It was me, you, and your brother-in-law, Blaze. And we basically walked inside of a building, and on the outside of the building, we started to be attacked by some other players. And what's cool is my guy, I was running as the healer. I could drop smoke, so the players could not see inside. And I was kind of over there in the corner waiting on them to come out. And then Blaze, he was equipped with an ability where you shoot a bow, and whatever the bow pings around it, you get to spot enemy players. So you can basically like see a red outline of players behind walls and stuff. Yeah. So I knew there was an enemy player coming around the corner, took that one out, and then we proceeded to get in a basically a firefight that lasted, what would you say, like 5 minutes or so.
Dude, it was crazy. I wish I could just really find cool. So I got it pulled up on our stream where we're fighting these guys and we're kind of going back and forth. I'm kind of running in. Josh is kind of doing damage in the front. I'm streaming on TikTok, and it's just so cool because we're talking all this. So I'm not kind of going into your gaming moment a little bit, but it was a very, very cool moment, man. It was.
Yeah, it was one of our first big altercations that we got to loot all of the enemy players, and it was just a real good victory because we were really tactical, had them pretty much choked off at that entrance, and they didn't see me kind of hid over there in the corner and was able to just pick them off. It was a really fun moment for me. And I've had some more after that. I mean, I've been actually playing this game with my wife, and I took out a bunch of players with a sniper rifle while my wife was basically holding down suppressive fire. It was really fun, dude. Cool. And she actually likes it. She does not play games like this. She was playing on mouse and keyboard. Like,
that's crazy. So can you imagine if the world goes to crap? It's like, you're like, baby, listen, you remember when we was on Delta Force? I just need you to lay down suppressing fire so I can get the sniper kills. Okay. Yeah. Hey, you got some real life training going on over here.
For real, dude. Like, there's some real life tactics we can use if the ish ever does hit the fan,
Yeah. But I mean, you're right though. I think the biggest thing with this game, I know we're kind of going to go into it on the main topic, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but how you mentioning the communication and stuff on this. Right. I love that aspect when you and me play these games that we talk to each other.
Yeah, definitely. It is really fun to do that.
So you can see in the video real quick, just kind of going over your gaming moment, you can see how we kind of running back and forth and we're kind of hyped up there. I'm going to try to fast forward where you get into the actual gunfight a little bit.
I feel like it was when we first went in the building. Like, we started to be attacked outside there, and then as we walked around the edges of the building, we started to take enemy fire. I think you just took some right there. You broke a limb.
Yeah. Oh, and this is when we cut into the side. Remember, because Blaze was
this is the exact.
This is it. This is it.
Yeah. Right. Yes, I forgot about that part. That's a really cool part. I laid down smoke, and Blaze had the engineer equipped, I think is what it's called, so that he could clip the
no, that was me. I clipped the gate.
Oh no, it was you. You were clipping the gate. Okay.
He said I can cut through the gate right here on the right. You see it on the screen.
And what guy were you using?
I forget what it is though. It's the one that has the munitions and stuff, but not the munitions, but the the machine gun and all. But see,
I forget which one it is, but I'll drop down smoke in just a second.
And we're getting pinched the whole time.
Yeah.
So the only way we can get out of it was going through the gate, you know?
That's right. That's right. Oh,
I'm like messing with my my settings, dude.
You're messing with your stream.
So if you're watching on YouTube right now, I actually have the TikTok stream that we have up that we was doing live, and it's showing exactly what we're talking about. So Blaze just told me about cutting through that fence, and I finally figured it out about how to do it. And you can actually see me cutting through.
Oh, so you have a blowtorch?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I smoked it out too, didn't I?
I think you did while I was doing that. Yeah.
I don't see the smoke though, so I don't know. I guess it was behind you.
We kind of hold out in the air, guys. And I mean, no kidding. I'm telling you, Josh had there's another guy was shooting. We're in a fight in here. And we're just holding it down. All three of us communicating, saying the outside, we're going upstairs. And it's all because we got to go in that gate that Blaze was talking about. That kind of saved us, really. Gave us a little bit of cover. So
it was really fun.
Super cool moment, man. Super cool moment.
Yeah. I'm excited for more of those moments. Hopefully we can play a little bit tonight. I don't know what your plans are, but
yeah. we got to do something. Try to do something. I might have to stay up late just to try to play with you, man, if I'm being honest. I'm like, do something. Nah, I'm going to have to. I mean, because that game's just at least get one match in or something, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, just one good one.
Yeah. But, man, yeah, that's definitely a cool gaming moment. But I kind of got to go with Delta Force without the, Tarkov aspect to it, because you introduced me to this game, right? And when you introduced me to it, you kind of got me into this, I guess it's like the battlefield portion of it, I guess you could say. And dude, I'm going to show a clip right here. And it reminds me, if anybody knows, it's called Modern Warfare 2. And when you can get inside of an AC-130 and you can just go to town. And this right here was exactly that. You can hear I commentating and you can kind of listen. Just give it a second.
Get him, son. It's so difficult. I don't know how to do this.
So I have to pause it for a second because you hear Gray saying, "It's so difficult. I don't know how to fly it." And the whole time I'm like lighting people. He doesn't really know, but I'm lighting things up and he's holding it steady, right? So just to kind of throw out there, I want to apologize right now on the stream to Josh because he's on you're on the Steam Deck, right?
Yeah.
Right? So the controls are just like crazy to work with on the Steam Deck, but he's doing it and he's flying this chopper. And the whole time we're just demolishing the tank. So I'm going to show. I'll show you. I just blew up a tank, a Jeep.
Let's go.
I just blew up the tank. Let's go, bro. Good driving. Good driving, bro.
You see him anywhere? I don't see you, dude.
Yep. Got another kill. I mean, this is insane, bro. Oh, I just got a kill. Yeah.
I'm trying to aim.
So that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, it is like it was insane though, man. I mean, I kept saying insane because Josh even at one point starts flipping, doing a flip in the helicopter. I'm like, Josh, hold it steady. What are you doing? I was like, wait a second. Are you flipping? He's like, yeah. I'm flipping.
Yeah, I had to do a few flips because I was like, okay, I'm already almost about to spin out of control, so I just need to go ahead and flip all the way over and start back where I was.
Which is hilarious, man, that he was doing all that. So he was trying to have fun flying. I'm sitting over here demolishing tanks and all that kind of stuff. And it just kind of gave me vibes on Modern Warfare 2 when you get in the AC, you get a big kill streak, you get an AC-130, you just like lighting up people down there and stuff. And I mean, we just took everybody out on that. So that was really fun. It just kind of gets a little old on this game. That kind of aspect, the attack and defend kind of gets old. I'm really into this looting with this Tarkov style, what you was just talking about in your gaming moment. I think that's something that we definitely need to try. Baxter, if you're listening right now, hop on. I know you was big onto Gray Zone, and I know Kirk, you big on the Gray Zone. Make sure you kind of get on this and check it out. Definitely a big thing.
Absolutely.
So, do you want to go into the gaming news?
Let's go. Gaming news of the week. Gaming news of the week. So, this is something that's pretty exciting for me. Might not be for other people because there's a lot of whatever you call it. There's a lot of friction about this game, but it's Squadron 42, the Star Citizen campaign mode that we have been waiting to come out for so long. There was basically a live stream event where they showed about an hour's worth of gameplay from Squadron 42. And let me tell you, to me, it did not disappoint. You know, this isn't a final result of what it will look like, but I'm sure it's pretty close. There was some clunkiness here and there, but for the most part, it looked pretty amazing. I mean, there's still some polish that they're going to put on it, but the game starts out with freaking Henry Cavill is talking about being a pilot and stuff, and you're basically aboard a giant ship, and you're at the beginning of the game, I guess you get to create your own character, and then you end up manning a turret, and you're fighting against like a bunch of aliens that are, I guess, invading. It's a big like large scale war, and Captain McLaren is played by Gillian Anderson, which is the female off of what was the name of that show?
Starship Troopers.
No.
It's a good guess, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Off of the TV show X-Files. She played either Scully or Mulder. I can't remember.
Oh, dude, I remember that show, man.
Gillian Anderson. Mark Hamill is also in this game. He plays a pilot. Let's see, you got Gary Oldman plays an admiral. He is one of the best things he's known for, I guess, is Batman with Christian Bale. He was Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
You got Gary Oldman. You have freaking Andy Serkis. You got Mark Strong.
They got so much money. They can get all them characters in here, man.
Yeah, dude.
They got so much money with this game.
Yeah, a lot of big names. And so we don't need to go into all the detail of what Star Citizen is. You basically know it. Like, this game has been in development for years and years and years.
Well, tell the people that might not know, just give them a brief, just like, I'm not talking about reading off a thing, just tell them what, if you had to tell me and I was new to it, what would you tell me what this game is about?
So basically you can make a one-time purchase for Star Citizen, and it'll come with a ship. They have different deals, different levels you can pay for. You could pay for the base game and pay your average price of like $60 or more, and it'll come with some ship. Or you could pay a lot more. You could pay for a really expensive ship that is like worth $1,000. It's all up to you. You can also buy ships in game with in-game currency that you make by doing missions and stuff, so you don't have to go that route. But once you buy the game, it basically, a lot of times it'll throw in Squadron 42, which is not out yet, so you can't play that yet. But it'll come with it's an open universe that you get to traverse and do missions in, and you get to interact with other players. It's basically, you can land on planets, you can actually fly to planets, you can land on them.
That is the one cool thing, Josh, not to kind of cut you, but when you said fly to planets, like, that's the biggest gripe about Starfield, right? Is you don't get to fly to the planets. Like, you have the load screen.
This is legit,
everything.
dude. This is legit. It is to me, the most immersive space game that there is.
Ooh, that's huge. That's a big.
It absolutely is, man. It's got the most detail to it. The thing that I think pisses a lot of people off is they make claims that the game is going to be done at a certain point, and it just isn't. But the thing about it is, to me, like, this is my point of view. I haven't spent a lot of money on this game. I haven't bought ships and everything. I just paid, I think I paid $70. I got an Avenger Titan, and I got some in-game money to use, and I've just been enjoying the game. I mean, they'll do wipes where you lose everything. You got to kind of make it all like over again, and that's a normal part of game development. But the thing is, though, like you can literally get into this game and play, and there's going to be bugs and stuff. I mean, this is still in like, I guess it's in early, like early alpha.
No, come on. All right, so this, let me be the devil's advocate. Like you done mentioned it. You said it's early development. I know,
but it's hard because you haven't played it, so it's like hard to.
I played it some. Remember, I played it some with you. I did. Remember, and it took me 10 minutes to find out how to get lifted out of that.
I don't remember you playing.
Yes, I did. I downloaded it.
Oh my god! Oh, you played
during the free
event. Okay, yes. I'm sorry. I apologize. So yes, you have played.
All I'm saying is I agree with you on every single thing that you said about this game, as it is such a huge project. It's really not bad graphics. Now they're adding the story aspect to it, which I think they should have from the beginning, right? That they promised. I think it's the flying everywhere and all. They doing all the things right that Starfield should have been, right? But here's the big but on it, is what you kind of talked about mostly about they're doing promises and they're not living up to those promises. And I think that means a lot, and that holds a lot of water for me, a lot of value, is somebody says, hey, I'm going to do this. And then what, 2 years later you do it, or 3 years? It's like, no, that's not how it works. You need a deadline and make it. If you need to delay it, you delay it, but you make that delayed deadline. And the problem with this game if somebody's coming in, they don't know about it. It's they make all this money since 2013, 2014, or whenever this started, and it still has not released. It's still in beta. Or maybe alpha, I don't know. It's still in beta and it has not released. And I know you're getting all this stuff, and I agree with you, Josh. You're having fun. They're still releasing all these updates. Well, why is it not released yet? It's been 10 plus years. I think it's because it's the money aspect. It's got to be
sure.
The money.
No doubt. And if they would have went off the bat and said, like, this is a games as service, it's going to be constantly developing. You can pay. You can buy ships. Basically the game is out, but we're going to continue to develop it. They didn't do that because I don't even know if when the game was started, if games as a service was a huge thing. So I think it's just developed over time into that. But
they won't say that.
They didn't. No, they're not going to say that. But I will say that if you go play the game, there's a lot of content to go over.
Can you tell them where you can download the game?
Yeah, you can go to robertspaceindustriescom and you can play the game. There's a lot of times when you can play the game for free just to try it out. Like you don't even have to buy it. But I've met some really cool people in this game. A guy that was actually on the podcast named Matt Vinhouse. He was on the podcast. He was the guy that was developing his own like RPG game. And, I met him on this game and he became a really good friend.
He was on the podcast, I believe, right?
Yeah. He was on the podcast. So it's like, it's a really cool place where you can meet some really cool people. It's a bunch of guys who, for the most part, are probably into space and into that like real life aspect of what this game has to offer. It's pretty in depth. It can be pretty frustrating too because there's some bugs that's like, oh my gosh, has this not been fixed yet? But I just played it a few weeks ago and had a pretty good experience. There wasn't much that went wrong. There's so much to do. There's mining, there's combat on the ground and in space. There's exploration. The planets are huge biomes. They're just now starting to add, I think, animals and stuff eventually. Like it is a massive undertaking, but let's be honest, it's a business that they're developing over time.
Absolutely, you're right.
And it's constantly hooking people that spend large amounts of money on this game to buy different cool ships that come out. Like that's where their main bread and butter is. But to me, it's worth it just to buy it and you'll get extra content as the years go by.
So the biggest news on this is you're saying there's a story element that's coming to this Squadron 42 Citizen Con.
Squadron 42. Oh yeah, I forgot the main point of what we're talking about. Squadron 42 is the game.
When is that released? Do you know?
So at the end of that video that you're playing, I believe they say 2026 is their new. But I remember years ago they claimed this was going to be out, and it's not out yet. So they've been sitting on this footage and these this gameplay for quite a while now. I bought the game in 2019 or something. Like I bought it a long time ago.
Yeah, right when I just got my PC. Yeah.
Yeah, I literally bought a laptop. I bought a gaming laptop just to play this game. And I have my own personal I have my own personal YouTube channel that it's one of my highest viewed videos of playing this game and kind of testing out the specs of my laptop, and it did really well just because it's this game is notoriously has been hard to run for a lot of systems. Not so much now, but dude, it looks really, really good. And
2026.
Yeah, 2026 is when they're claiming it's going to be out.
Which is
that's
crazy.
Still
2 years.
A couple years away. Yeah,
2 years.
Dude, it's crazy. But
they just showed all that footage, an hour and a half of footage for 2 years. For 2 years. So yeah. But dude, that's still some pretty cool news though. I definitely got to give it a try again. That's 100% no doubt. I'm going to have to give it a try again. Just to kind of play around. The biggest letdown on, and I hate to compare it. I know it shouldn't be compared, but Starfield to this is the multiplayer aspect to it. Is would just love to hop in with you and just explore some worlds. So that's something we're going to have to do a night. And guys, make sure you follow GG Rated for more content and also on lives as well on TikTok, on Facebook. That maybe see us kind of go into Star Citizen together and maybe kind of do some exploring. So
yeah, I'm a fan, and I know there's lots of haters, but I notice there's a lot of comments on stuff, especially when I see other people speak about this game, and a lot of people that talk trash about it have never played it. And that's the thing that bothers me is you have so many people that talk trash and they've never experienced the game. To me, it is definitely something special. I try to stay away from, all of the interaction with what the developers are saying and everything that might not hold true. But it's a work in progress. It goes back to what
makes you happy too, though, Josh, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But
it doesn't matter if it's just you and it's a single player game and nobody else bought the game, but you're getting a kick out of it, then, man, you get a kick out of it. Don't worry. Nobody should worry about, even with us giving our commentary about this is a great game, this isn't. If it works for you, it works for you guys.
Absolutely. Dude, I've had some crazy moments on there. 0G combat against a bunch of other players who decided to meet up in the universe. And I've been a part of organizations where, you're talking about tons of people get together on all their ships and have a big battle. There's crazy things you can do on here. So, there's tons of content out there for folks to see on it. You can look up videos on it. There's so much stuff. So definitely it's worth checking out, but I'm so excited to play the story mode. By the time it does come around, I'm going to probably have built my new computer rig. So I will be ready for it, baby.
Hopefully so, huh? Hopefully so.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, well, let's go into our gaming deals. Do you got any good gaming deals this week for us?
Dude, yes, I do actually.
Oh, okay.
I have one that has been pointed out to me that I want to buy it, dude. So I don't really buy anything on the Epic Game Store, just because that's not my main thing that I go to. I usually go to Steam, but this game is still like $20 on Steam. But on the Epic Game Store, Choo Choo Charles is only $5. This is a Choo Choo Charles. So if you want to see what this game is all about, this is basically a horror game. Have you heard of Thomas the Tank Engine?
It's like a I know Thomas. Yeah.
So this is basically kind of, I guess, a play on that about a killer train called Choo Choo Charles, I guess.
Oh,
this is what the game says. Charles is a bloodthirsty train, and you need to destroy him. Navigate a massive play area in your trusty old engine. These winding tracks are treacherous, so you'll need to plan each mission carefully. Be wary when traveling on foot or switching the track's direction. Charles might be waiting for you. So
I don't even see that on Steam. I'm trying to find it.
No,
for somebody.
It's called Choo Choo Charles is the name of it.
I know I can't find it.
CHOO-CHOO.
Oh, there it is. There it is. I was doing
Choo Choo Charles. Just freaking look at the gameplay of this.
Look at this.
Watch this train. It's a freaking spider train with a scary face on it.
Look at this,
dude.
Wait.
Yes, sir, dude.
So it's $20. It's $5. It's showing $20
on. Yes, it's $5 on the Epic Game Store. That's where you'll have to get it.
Epic Game Store. So make sure y'all realize that, guys. It's on the Epic Game Store. Not on Steam yet, but you can always check that.
I'm probably just going to wish list it on Steam and hope it goes on sale there eventually.
Dude, that's insane gameplay. Look at that. And you got a flamethrower going on the spot.
And I believe this game started out as a meme. And somebody took a meme. I'm pretty sure it started out as a meme and then eventually somebody turned it into a real game. Let's see. Choo Choo Charles.
Guys, I have to say this real quick. So this weekend when I was in Huntsville, I was hanging out with Blaze. A lot of y'all knowing if y'all are big followers of the channel. And, we was looking through all our Steam games, me and Blaze. And me and Josh share a Steam library. And the one thing you can always count on with Josh, with his games, is he finds the most crazy indie kind of titles like you would never hear of. And see people like Blaze and all that and him, they love that, trying out those little small games. There was some 2D game he was looking at. He was like, oh dude, that looks really cool. I'm looking at it that's just not it's just not my cup of tea. Right. It's cool to try, but it's just not my cup of tea. So Josh will play this game for a week and then he'll move on to another crazy game all the time, and me, I'm like, I'm going to use my time on something else, but I still find it pretty cool that you look at all this stuff. So I have to give you props on that with your finding these games. And guys, you can rest assured if you stay and you just we have chapters on these videos, so if you zoom through on these chapters and check out the gaming deal of the week every week, and we're also releasing a couple shorts with some deals throughout the week as well. Josh will have you covered on the best deals, and not even just the best deals, but maybe even the best games that you've never heard of. So definitely make sure you check us out, guys.
Absolutely. To this would be the perfect Steam Deck game. I just want it so bad, and I want to sit in the dark somewhere and play Choo Choo Charles.
No,
I don't know, man.
2 in the morning, completely dark, family asleep, sitting on the recliner, just playing Choo Choo Charles.
Absolutely,
that's awesome,
dude.
That's awesome.
I think it started out being kind of a rough game, but now the reviews are pretty positive on it. So there might be a pretty fun game kind of hidden in this really weird aesthetic that it's going for. So
check that out, guys. Epic Game Store, $5. We'll leave the link in the description down below. So
actually, you can play the Epic Game Store on the Steam Deck. I forgot about that.
You can. I did do that yesterday.
I might buy that. Anyways.
All right. Well, with that being said, man, that would be our gaming news for the week and our gaming deals. You ready to go into this main topic real quick and talk a little bit more about Delta Force?
Let's do it. Delta Force main topic.
Delta Force, guys. It is a demo that's been released. It's actually been a really, really kind of fun game. We started off with Off the Grid on the Epic Game Store, kind of moved on from that pretty quick. And Josh told me about this Delta Force game. So I'll let him kind of introduce it. But man, so far it's been great, dude.
So I'm going to prepare this because I'm going to make this into a TikTok. Delta Force. Delta Force, for some reason, makes me think of Mega Force every time. But it's nothing like that. This is an awesome first-person shooter called Delta Force, not Mega Force. And you get to basically drop in these different areas, escape from Tarkov style, and try to extract with all the precious loot that you can. Check it out today. So,
but there you go.
I'm going to turn that into a short.
Melta Force too, or whatever you say. Mega Force?
Mega Force, dude. Okay, listen, I don't want to go on a tangent, but to me, that's what podcasts are for. I'm going to send you a short. You just start talking, and I'm going to send you a short clip that I want you to play of a scene from Mega Force. It is so.
So we
dumb.
got to. Yeah, we're gonna have to play the scene if you can.
We got to. Yep.
But I will go into the Delta Force, which is pretty cool. Like I said, when you load into the game, guys, it kind of has a Battlefield kind of style, and it has the Tarkov kind of style aspect to it, where you loot a lot of gear, you kill enemies, and you can loot their gear, and then you can build up your weapons. If you die, then you lose those weapons. But inside this game mode, the biggest thing I like about it is the communication, where you're technically going, you're crouching, you're not running, you're not just sprinting and respawning the whole time. You're actually going and you're actually having a great time with your friends, communicating with them and feeling like, hey, you're on an actual mission. So me, Blaze, and Josh were actually on this mission together, and we was having a ton of fun, just running around this, ton of blasts around this building, and actually communicating when people were shooting at us. And hey, healing up. Hey, cover me when I'm healing up and stuff like that. So, all in all, if you want a good co-op game that's involving your friends and stuff, I think it's more like a co-op kind of friend game. You can play solo, but I think that's where you're going to have the most fun at.
Absolutely. So I sent a link to Just Chatting in our Discord.
Okay.
Showing. So it's
I'm not going to be able to pull that up because it's going to take you off. So let me check that out real quick.
Okay. So you can play this, and I'm going to play it at the same time so that I can pull in audio for our listeners.
So let me bring you back on here. All right, there we go. Got you back.
Let me know when you start it, and I'll start it.
All right, I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1.
This is 1982's Mega Force. So right now, there's a dude on a motorcycle in the desert racing
towards up a little bit.
Yeah, racing towards an airplane.
This ain't 80s, military man. Plane. If this is not 80s. Does he got wings on his motorcycle?
Yep. So now the motorcycle has rockets on the back. It's got wings. You got some really dumb 80s people talking.
That's constantly doing this?
Yeah, they're like, oh, yeah.
Oh,
this is the song. Mega Force!
Gonna get copyrighted. I have to mute this. There you go. I'm gonna have to mute that, guys. But
you think so? I don't know if you can get copyrighted for Mega Force. Maybe. Look, that is green screen if I ever saw one.
Look, he's flying into a plane, guys. If you're watching on YouTube right now, this is the biggest green screen you ever seen.
Yeah. This is,
dude. A lot of these '80s movies are like that.
Yeah. And this song slaps too.
Now, look, he's pulling a Josh doing a flip.
Yeah.
This song
doesn't even look like. Oh my gosh. The first comment says, to date, 37 women have gotten pregnant merely watching this clip. Documented. Be careful, ladies. Oh yeah. And the babies were all born with mullets. So there's that too. That's like the top comment on this video.
Look how they're pulling them in.
Yes.
Look at
that.
I'm going to end it on that right there on that screenshot.
Yeah. So
okay, I give it to you on this one. That's a cult. That's almost as good as Starship Troopers, though, man. Watching that.
Almost. Yeah. So good. So with that, link to that scene will be in the show description if anybody wants to check that out. 1982's Mega Force has nothing to do with the game. Just thought that it's funny because I think about it every time I hear the name of this game.
Now I kind of want to create a guy that has a bandana like that he has on right now.
That's some theme song.
And call him Megaforce,
Yeah.
We should rename the YouTube channel to Megaforce, I'm telling you.
We should. We'll just play that all the time.
But other than what I was talking about with Delta Force, man, I mean, what do you think would be the best kind of way to kind of go into it and kind of explain?
I think so. This game would probably appeal to people who have played a lot of Escape from Tarkov, maybe, or I think people that have tried to play Escape from Tarkov and could never quite get into it because it is so hardcore. I mean, Escape from Tarkov is one of the most hardcore shooters out there, as is maybe Gray Zone is a pretty hardcore shooter too. So
just not as optimized Gray Zone as this game.
Yeah.
This game is pretty good.
This game runs so good, man. I'm like literally have really good frames and I'm having a great time. It is very clean. And to me, this game will probably appeal to those who might have tried those other games and did not quite want that hardcore aspect, because you got to spend a lot of time in Escape from Tarkov. You got to have nothing else going on. You got to listen to steps. Like, you got to be on your toes or you are just going to get shat on the whole time. And, but this game to me now, the UI is better in this game, talking about Delta Force. How you navigate around the menus on how you buy your stuff and you sell and you deal with the auction house and do different upgrades, add different attachments to the guns. Like, to me, everything is better. Everything is more streamlined. The gameplay to me is more fun. I'm just having a much better experience on this game than I ever did on Escape from Tarkov. To me, there was just too much time you had to invest in Escape from Tarkov to really get anywhere. Like, you got to spend some serious time playing that game.
And that's the biggest thing, is spending time, taking the time, spending all that time. You don't want to do all that. But with this, the aspect of all of us kind of having fun in actually looting together and actually being able to extract together all the stuff. Now, if you go in there by yourself and you're getting killed and all, you're going to want to quit that game very fast.
Right.
But with us going in there actually succeeding, you kind of like, oh man, I can get some good loot. I can have some fun with this.
Yeah, there's some things that they have streamlined a lot better, in my opinion. So on Escape from Tarkov, you have to put the bullets in your magazines, and you got to make sure you do that, or the gun is just not going to fire. Like, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
There's like little bitty details like that, which are cool, but to me kind of get in the way of what you're trying to do a lot of times. Yeah. So like in this game, speaking of Delta Force, you just have to put the ammo in your pouch and you're good. Like, it's going to do all that other stuff for you. So
it's going to use all your ammo.
Yeah, it's going to actually like use all of your ammo and just make the process a little more streamlined. And that might not be what everybody wants, but I think they've kind of hit a really good balance with this game of enjoying that game mode that everybody wants to try, but maybe not want to get so sweaty and so hardcore with that aspect.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that. As far as the contracts go, do you think the contracts are worth it going after these things? I kind of liked how we went after a contract on one section. We actually had a recon with us, and you mentioned you saw it. You was like, hey, it looks like there's some radio over here that says recon only. And Blaze went over there and was able to use that and get an extra contract or something, or I forgot what it did. But they got a little different aspects, kind of like a Apex kind of situation. Apex Legends, you know how if you have a recon person, they can actually scan enemies and stuff. So they kind of took a little bit, I think, from different games, like you said, from Tarkov, from Apex, the shooting a little bit. You have the slide. You can actually slide, kind of like in Call of Duty. So I feel like they kind of taken a lot from different things. What is something that actually really stands out with this game, though? Can you name it?
Yeah, and I've tried to slide in this game mode. I can't get it to work. I could slide in the other mode, but I couldn't necessarily slide in
Oh,
this
you
one.
know
That might
what?
be my
I might be
character.
confused with the battlefield mode. You're right.
Yeah, so the battlefield
They
mode
might
you
have
can
taken it
slide.
out on the Tarkov.
They might have. I
You're
actually
right.
unlocked a new character though that's got basically a jetpack on his back, so he can like boost out of the way. It was really cool. You unlock him at I guess a certain level, but to me, I really like what they did with keeping some aspects that make the game really fun. To me, is when you get hurt, if you break a bone or something from a bullet, you actually have to mend that wound, or you're going to be limping around. So
Yeah.
but they didn't make it so difficult to where you just keep bleeding out and it
Yeah.
doesn't take forever to heal. I mean, it takes, to me, I think a decent amount of time that still makes that interaction fun and gives you actual stakes to the battle that you're in. So like if you have a buddy, you have to say, man, you need to cover me. I got to stop this bleeding. And then you can get back in the fight. You know, it makes it really cool gunplay back and forth in these different firefights. And that aspect of the game, I'm glad that they kept a lot of that same gameplay that they kept in Tarkov. I will say that the missions and stuff are pretty fun. They still have some optimization to do with the AI. There's one guy that you can fight. It's a mission where you have to take out a machine gunner. He's basically a
Oh, that's awesome.
if you've ever played Call of Duty, the Juggernauts, it's basically one of those guys, but he doesn't turn very fast. So if he's at a distance, you know, he can really, you know, mess you up. But if you get close to him, you can basically you can get behind him. And as he's trying to turn, you can just keep like knifing him and you can kill him that way. So I've actually done that quite a few times with that enemy. But I will say also, I saw that as you level up, you get to play different parts of the map and you can turn it up to like hardcore mode. So I think the AI will get significantly more difficult. I would love to try that out.
Especially when your loot probably gets better as well.
Probably so. So we have not explored all there is to do on this game mode yet. So, but definitely you can tell there is some optimization they do need to do with the AI.
Like I said, guys, it's definitely in demo mode right now. It's actually a demo out that you're able to play free play. I don't know what the price is going to be when they actually do release this game, or if they're going to release it free to play. Who knows? But I do know Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is coming out October 25th. So that's going to be a huge competitor. I know I'm going to be trying it out. I think I convinced Josh to maybe download it.
Oh, absolutely.
Game Pass,
yeah.
maybe.
I'm going to download it.
So we might try to grind a little bit there because I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Josh, Verdansk is coming out the first of the year. So we want to definitely get our guns a little bit better for that. So we're going to kind of hop over on that a little bit, but that's going to be a direct competitor to the Delta Force, I think. And definitely without a battlefield to compete right now with Call of Duty, I think this is the next closest thing. So if they can kind of build on this, I think they got a really good shot at sticking around.
I think that Call of Duty needs a solid competitor like this. I think it's only going to like make it better. And to me, I would much rather play this game than Call of Duty. Yeah. So that's saying something, you know, like I think the gunplay is fantastic. Like it feels really good. It feels polished.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see
the
how far this
reloads,
game is going to go.
everything.
Yeah, like all of that feels really good.
Because we're so used to the way it reloads, like Call of Duty and all that. Let's just be honest, everybody is. They played it so much. So to kind of have that same schematics that Call of Duty has, it makes it feel better. Makes it feel a lot better.
Just fluid, and the aiming and the shooting feels good, you know. All of the weapons feel good. Like it's just a pretty solid platform that I think they're only going to build off of, and it's going to get better and better.
Absolutely. Well, man, that's going to be Delta Force. I think we kind of went over it. I think we only played a little bit of this. We can't go over, we might have played at least 10 hours or more of this game.
Maybe so. There's one more thing that I want to mention too.
Yeah,
like an escape from Tarkov. When you get knocked, like you're just dead. Like screen goes black, you're dead. But in this game, you can get knocked, and you have a certain amount of time for your buddies to get you back up, and you can get back in the fight. So to me,
that's
it's
true. Yeah,
a lot more fun to be able to stay in the fight and not have you still have high stakes because if you die, you're dead, you lose all your stuff, but you can get brought back and you don't automatically go out of the game. So there's things like that are a little bit more streamlined, a little bit more forgiving than the other gameplays of its type.
Well, and kind of, I'm glad you brought that up, because like in Gray Zone, when you die in Gray Zone, which is kind of like a Tarkov, you have to go all the way back to the beginning, and your guy has to stay alive the whole time. You have to fly the chopper all the way back to the closest zone that you can. Then you have to go by yourself all the way in, go back to your stuff just to grab all your stuff, and your partner has to survive and pretty much hide out the whole time. So that whole time you have dead weight, like dead time. It's just dead time. So you're just hiding, trying not to die, so your partner can get all his stuff and you won't lose your stuff either. So all that time is just wasted. Of if you're the guy that survives, you're just sitting there like, all right, I mean, I can't do anything. Exactly. This makes it more streamlined and makes it a little bit better, I think.
And if your buddy that is in the game with you, if he grabs your stuff, when he actually is able to extract, your stuff will go back to you. So it's not like he can just grab all your stuff and keep it.
It'll actually grab the whole case. He can hold the whole case. Yeah.
Yeah. And then all that stuff will go back to you. So there's different aspects of kind of playing this to where you don't have to lose all your stuff. But there's a lot of times if you die and y'all are in a battle, most of the time, everybody's going to die. So, but there is a chance you're going to get your stuff back. I actually received some, when I logged into this game yesterday or today.
Yesterday. Yep.
You've been gone. And I got a bunch of stuff back. Oh, yeah. So I got a bunch of stuff back from when we played, I think Friday or something, that y'all might have got my stuff and I might have died. So, you'll eventually get that stuff. It's really cool how they've decided to tackle some of these issues that might have been frustrating to other players in different games of its style. So it's just really cool to see a fresh take on a relatively new game mode that I think is just going to get developed on.
Yeah, I agree. Guys, if you got any questions about Delta Force or anything, you can definitely leave them down in the comments or reach us on our Facebook page as well. You want to end this thing, man?
Yeah, dude, let's go ahead and end it. Let's play it around.
Want to tell them how they can reach us, bro?
Yeah, dude. So you can reach out at email if you want to at GGratedChannel@gmail.com. If you don't want to do that, reach out to us on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the stuff where you get your podcast or shows. Reach out to us on there. Please read the Gaming Moment of the Week. We really need those. We need to share those. And if you got gameplay, you can also link that as well. And we'll play it on the show.
All right. See y'all in the next episode, guys. Peace.
Later. Thanks for listening to GGrated Podcast.